Hello, hi friends. In the last lecture, we have studied how to find complement function. Okay, related to case one and case two. In case one, we have discussed when roots of that equation as a real and distinct. That time, how to find complementary function. Okay, if equation has a roots m1, m2 up to mn, then complement function can be written as c1 e raised to m1x plus c2 e raised to m2x plus c3 e raised to m3x up to so on cn e raised to mnx. Okay, when case second, when roots are real and repeated, in that case we are assuming one root is repeated, say m1 and m2 are same, means m1 is repeated two times and the remaining roots are m3, m4, m5 up to mn. That time complement function is given by c1 plus c2x into e raised to m1x plus c3 e raised to m3x plus and so on cn e raised to mnx. In this way, we can write a complement function related to real and repeated roots. Okay, now in this lecture, we will see next case, case number 3 and case number 4. Okay, this is the case number 3. If the roots of the auxiliary equations are imaginary and distinct, say m1 is equal to alpha plus I beta and m2 is equal to alpha minus I beta. Okay, this alpha plus I beta and alpha minus I beta are complex conjugate to each other. That is, we can write combinedly this root as alpha plus minus I beta. Alpha is a real part and beta is an imaginary part, okay, of that complex number. This is the complex roots. So corresponding to this root, see here, alpha is a real root and beta is an imaginary root. Corresponding to this complex conjugate, complementary function is given by cf is equal to e raised to alpha x. Here alpha is nothing but what, real part of this complex conjugate root, and beta is a imaginary part of this imaginary unit. So corresponding to this complex root, complementary function is given by e raised to alpha x into bracket c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Okay, remember one thing is that alpha is a real part of this complex conjugate and beta is a imaginary part of this complex conjugate. So here we are using a constant c1 and c2. Instead of c1 c2, we can use any constant, that may be d1 d2 m1 m2. Okay, you can use any constant according to you. Okay, this is the case number 3. Let us move to the case number 4. Case number 4 is that if the roots of the auxiliary equations are imaginary and repeated. Okay, in the last case, we have seen if roots of the complex number are roots of that polynomial f of d are complex conjugate, that time how to write complementary function. See here, roots are here again same. m1 is equal to m2 means roots are alpha plus I beta, comma alpha plus I beta. Again, m3 and m4 is alpha minus beta. So roots are alpha plus I beta, alpha plus I beta, alpha minus I beta, alpha minus I beta, m5, m6, and so on. Okay, for sake of convenience, consider first 4 root only. What are that 4 roots? Alpha plus I beta, alpha plus I beta, alpha minus I beta, alpha minus I beta. So combinedly we can write full root as alpha plus minus I beta and alpha plus minus I beta. So alpha plus minus I beta, these complex conjugate roots are repeated 2 times. For that, we are writing a complementary function. So here alpha plus minus I beta, alpha plus minus I beta, alpha is a real part of that complex number, beta is a remaining part of that complex number, and that root is repeated 2 times. So corresponding to this repeated complex root, we write a complementary function as e raised to alpha x. See here, alpha is nothing but a real part of that complex number. Into bracket c1 plus c2x into cos beta x plus c3 plus c4x into sin beta x. Here beta is the imaginary part of that complex roots. Okay, this root is repeated two times. That's why here written c1 plus c2x, c3 plus c4x. You may write like this. See here, I am writing here, or complement function is equal to e raised to alpha x. Same here, c1 plus c2x we can write as a c1x plus c2 into cos beta x plus c3x plus c4 into sin beta x. This is related to the complex root repeated two times. Suppose this root alpha plus I beta repeated three times, alpha minus I beta are going to repeated three times. So these six root we can write combinedly as alpha plus minus I beta, alpha plus minus I beta, alpha plus minus I beta. That is alpha plus I beta or plus minus I beta. This complex conjugate root repeated three times. That time now we can write complementary function as a CF is equal to e raised to alpha x instead of c1 plus c2x plus instead of this c1 plus c2x we can write c1 plus c2x plus c3x square into cos beta x plus c3 plus c4x plus c5x square into sin beta x. Okay, we have to write this bracket only if that root repeated more times. Okay, similarly if that root is a repeated complex conjugate root alpha plus minus I beta repeated three times, that time we can write complementary function as in this way: e raised to alpha x into bracket c1x plus c1x square plus c2x plus c3 into cos beta x plus c4x square plus c5x plus c6 into sin beta x. In this way, we can write if complement function corresponding to the roots of the auxiliary equations are imaginary and are repeated. Okay, these are the four cases for finding complementary function. As we know, the solution of a linear differential equation with constant coefficient is given by complementary function plus particular integral. So these four cases are useful for finding complementary function only. Okay, we will see later how to find a particular integral. Okay, that particular integral depends on the right hand side of that linear differential equation. We will see later. Okay, so now see examples on finding complementary function. See first example. See question. To find complementary function of the following equation. Equation number 1, d square plus 7d plus 12 y is equal to 0. This is the linear differential equation with constant coefficient. Right hand side is 0. Okay, here we have to find what complementary function. In order to find complementary function, we require a root of the auxiliary equation. So see here solution. Its auxiliary equation is f of d is equal to 0. This is the f of d. F of d nothing but function in d. This is the f of d. Okay. Function in d nothing but f of d. F of d is what? D square plus 7d plus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, this gives its auxiliary equation. Now find its root. This is the quadratic equation. As you know how to find a root of this equation, we can factorize this quadratic equation as like this: d plus 3 into d plus 4 is equal to 0. We can find a root of this equation directly by using calci, no problem. Okay, d square plus 7d plus 12 is equal to 0 can be written as d plus 3 d plus 4 is equal to 0. This implies d plus 3 is equal to 0 or d plus 4 is equal to 0. From the first equation we get d is equal to minus 3 and d is equal to minus 4. Okay, we see here minus 3 and minus 4 are the real root. Okay, there is no imaginary part. If in the number there is a imaginary part, that is I part, we say that that number as a complex number. But here there is no I part. Here also there is no I part. So both the numbers are a real number. Okay, and both the numbers are distinct number. Okay, minus 3 and minus 4 are not equal. So these numbers are distinct and these numbers are real. So we have to use case number 1. Okay. Okay, here is case 1. Uh, what is case number 1? Roots of the auxiliary equations are real and distinct. Okay. This equation has n roots, m1, m2, m3 up to mn. All the roots are distinct. So for that root, complementary function is given by CF is equal to C1 e raised to m1x. M1 is the root of that equation. M2 is again the root of that equation. M3 is again root of that equation in this way. And C1, C2 up to Cn all are constants. Okay. So in this example, we are having two roots. One root is -3 and second root is -4. So we take M1 as a -3 and M2 as a -4. So CF is equal to what? C1 into e raised to M1 is what? -3. C1 into e raised to -3x plus C2 into e raised to -4x. This is the required complementary function. Okay, so CF is equal to C1 e raised to -3x plus C2 e raised to -4x. Getting me? See here once again what we do here. First to take its auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is what? F of d is equal to 0. F of d nothing but polynomial in d, and that polynomial is what? D square plus 7d plus 12 is equal to 0. This can be written like this: d plus 3 into d plus 4 is equal to 0. We get root as a -3 and -4. Both the roots are real and distinct. So corresponding to this root, we use case number 1. We get a complementary function CF is equal to C1 e raised to -3x plus C2 e raised to -4x. We can write another way as CF is equal to D1 e raised to -3x plus D2 e raised to -4x. We can use any constant. There is no restriction on the constant. Okay, and this is the example number 1. Getting me? Next, example number 2. See here, this is the linear differential equation. As you know, capital D nothing but d by dx. So find its complementary function: d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6y is equal to 0. Solution: find its auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is f of d is equal to 0. What is f of d? D cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 is equal to 0. Find its roots by using calci. We get d as a 1, 2, 3. See here, 1, 2, 3. These are the real roots because there is no imaginary part involved in that root. So all the roots 1, 2, 3, all the roots are real. And one more thing is that all the roots are distinct. No roots are equal. No one of the root are equal. All the roots are distinct. So we use case number 1, and its a complementary function is equal to what? C1 e raised to 1x plus C2 e raised to 2x plus C3 e raised to 3x. This is the complementary function related to this linear differential equation. Okay, getting me? Next, problem number 3. D2y upon dx square minus 2 dy by dx plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the second order linear differential equation. Now, as you know, d2 upon dx square nothing but capital D square. Dy by dx nothing but capital Dy. So this equation can be written as like this: d square minus 2d plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Getting me? D2y upon dx square nothing but d square y, and dy by dx nothing but dy. So using that concept, we get d square minus 2d plus 1 into y is equal to 0. Now find its auxiliary equation. Its auxiliary equation is d square minus 2d plus 1 is equal to 0. Find its roots by using calci. We get d is equal to 1, 1. See here, 1, 1. Both the roots are real because there is no I part, there is no imaginary part. Both the roots are real and repeated, and the root 1 is repeated 2 times. Okay, so if a root is repeated 2 times, that time we have to use case number 2. See case number 2. Okay, this is the case number 2. If the roots of the auxiliary equations are real and repeated, all the roots are, there is no I part in this roots, and first two roots are repeated. That's why we have written here m1 is equal to m. If root is repeated 2 times, that time we have to write complementary function as c1 plus c2x into e raised to m1x. M1 is what? Repeated root among that root. Okay, and remaining all the roots are here. Okay, so in this example we are having only two roots and both the roots are repeated. So we are having only m1 is equal to 1 and 1 is repeated 2 times. So in this CF we have to put in place of m1 as a 1. So we get CF is equal to c1 plus c2x into e raised to x, or you can write CF is equal to c1x plus c2 into e raised to x. Okay. This is the complement function c1 plus c2x into e raised to x. This is the auxiliary equation d square minus 2d plus 1 is equal to 0, d is equal to 1 1, and complementary function is c1 plus c2x into e raised to x. See next example, example number 4. D cube minus 3d square plus 3d minus 1 into y is equal to 0. This is the linear differential equation. We have to find complementary function of this linear differential equation. First find its auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is what? D cube minus 3d square plus 3d minus 1 is equal to 0. Find its root, or you may write this equation as like this: d minus 1 bracket cube is equal to 0. So we get d as 1 1 1. Okay, this 1 is a root repeated 3 times. So, and all the roots are repeated, all the roots are real and repeated 3 times. Corresponding to this root, we can write complementary function as c1 plus c2x plus c3x square into e raised to x. Okay, same line here. 1 is a root repeated 2 times. So we have written c1 plus c2x into e raised to x. Here 1 is a root repeated 3 times. So we have written complementary function as a c1 plus c2x plus c3x square into e raised to x, or c1x plus c2x square plus c3 into e raised to x. We can write in either way. Okay. Uh, do homework. Suppose root of that linear differential equation. Now suppose root is 1 and is repeated 4 times. Find its complementary function. Okay, this is the homework. Next, example number 5. This is the linear differential equation. D square plus 4d plus 5y is equal to 0. Solution. Auxiliary equation is f of d is equal to 0. F of d is what? D square plus 4d plus 5 is equal to 0. We have to find a root of this equation. As usual way, this is the quadratic equation. We know how to find root of this equation. As you know, we have seen in the 10th class, this is the quadratic equation in x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here this is the polynomial of second degree in x. Its root is nothing but x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. We have to use this formula here, and this is the polynomial in x, and this is the polynomial in d. So in place of x we are using d, and here a nothing but coefficient of x square, here a nothing but 1, here b nothing but coefficient of x, here coefficient of d nothing but 4, last constant nothing but c. So a is 1, b is 4, and c is 5. So d is equal to minus b minus 4 plus minus under root 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5 upon 2 into a, nothing but 2 into 1. So solve this, we get d is equal to minus 4 plus minus under root, here 4 square nothing but 16, 60 minus 20 minus 4 upon 2, we get d is equal to minus 4 plus minus under root 4 into, here is minus one side, It is not possible to find the square root of negative number, so we convert to the positive number. That's why in place of -1 we are writing as I square. As you know, I square nothing but -1. So d is equal to -4 plus minus under root of 4 I square nothing but 2I upon 2. Okay, taking 2 common from the numerator, we cancel out, we get d as -2 plus minus I. This is the complex conjugate root. Alpha nothing but -2, because alpha is a real part of complex conjugate, alpha plus minus I beta, and beta nothing but 1. So we get complementary function as e raised to -2x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Beta is nothing but what? Imaginary unit, imaginary part. Imaginary part of this complex number is 1. So we get c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Okay, see here, here roots are what? Alpha plus I beta, alpha minus I beta. Means roots are complex conjugate, alpha plus minus I beta. That time complementary function is equal to e raised to alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Alpha nothing but real part and beta nothing but imaginary part. Okay, so okay, so corresponding to this complex conjugate, complementary function is e raised to -2x into bracket c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. See one more example related to the finding complementary function. See example number 6. D cube plus 1 y is equal to 0. Its auxiliary equation is d cube plus 1 is equal to 0. Find its root. This is the polynomial in D. This polynomial has exactly 3 roots. What are the root? D is equal to -1 and 1 by 2 plus minus root 3 by 2 I. See here, this polynomial has 3 roots. This -1 root is a real because there is no I part. So -1 is a real part, and this is the complex conjugate root. So first write complementary function related to the real part. Here one is a root repeated, one is a real root and a distinct. So corresponding to -1, complementary function is c1 e raised to -x. This is the complex conjugate root. Alpha is 1 by 2 and beta is root 3 by 2. So corresponding to this complex root, we can write e raised to 1 by 2x into bracket. Here we have used a c1 constant, so we take next constant as a c2 c3. C2 cos root 3 by 2x plus c3 sin root 3 by 2x. Okay, here we are using case number 1 and case number 3 for writing complementary function related to this linear differential equation. Okay, now these are the practice examples for you. Do all this example. Okay, there are in example 10 number in example. Solve all this example. If you have any doubt related to this example, okay, ask me or come. Okay, thank you.